So this is a video on the use of the CAEP 3.2 calculator. In this video, I will explain what the calculator does, under what circumstances EPPs would need to use it, and what data you would need for this calculator. I'm Will Laurier, and I'm a consultant for CAEP in psychometrics. The 3.2 calculator is designed for EPPs that have at least one cohort of candidates that's meeting two conditions. The first one is that they've taken multiple tests, and the second one is that they have mixed results on these tests. And I'll explain what I mean by these two terms. Now, not all EPPs will need to use the CAEP 3.2 calculator. It's only under these particular circumstances that CAEP presents the 3.2 calculator for your use. Multiple tests is a situation where you have a cohort where some of the candidates have taken one of the achievement tests, one of the approved achievement tests, and another part of that cohort has taken a different test. You may have more than two tests. For example, you may have the ACT, the SAT, and the Praxis score being taken by different candidates within that same cohort. So that is a multiple test situation. EPPs can use the 3.2 calculator when they are in a have a cohort with multiple tests, and furthermore, that the results on those tests with respect to CAEP 3.2 are mixed. An example may be where a part of a cohort is taking the SAT for math, another part is taking the ACT for math, and a third is taking the Praxis score for the same subject. If an EPP computes the averages for each of those separately, for each of those parts of the cohort separately, and they're all either above the respective standard for 3.2 or they're all below, then the results are not mixed. The results are consistent. However, you may have a situation where not all of the groups are above and not all of the groups are below. You may have a group that is above while the others are below, and you may have a group that is below while the others are above. And that's a mixed results situation, and that's the type of situation that the CAEP 3.2 calculator was designed to resolve. Here's an example following up on the case I mentioned earlier. You may have different subsets of a cohort taking different tests. Here you have 10 candidates taking ACT, 15 taking SAT, and 20 having Praxis core scores. And it may turn out that when you take the average for the ACTs, they meet the 3.2 math threshold for ACT. And when you take the average for the SAT candidates, they meet the 3.2 math threshold. However, it may happen that when you take the average for the 20 Praxis core candidates, they do not meet that threshold. Here you have obviously a mixed test situation, and you have mixed results. So the question the calculator is designed to answer is, what is the 3.2 result overall for the cohort? So how does it work? It's been programmed, the calculator's been programmed to resolve this multiple test mixed results situation by computing score conversions in accordance with CAEP policies and procedures. So how it does this is by simplifying the score conversions and giving you the results of these conversions. EPPs are not required to use this calculator, even if they have a mixed results, mixed test, mixed results situation. However, the EPPs must follow the CAEP procedures for these conversions. What data do you need? Well, you need test scores on the CAEP approved measures. And if you're checking for more than one cohort, you need to group the test scores by cohort. This amounts to essentially using the calculator more than once. You use it once for one cohort, and then you use it again for a different cohort. Each tab, there's several tabs that allow entry of scores, and those are going to be green tabs. Currently, the calculator has several green tabs for different tests. For example, it has one for ACT Math, it has another one for SAT Evidence-Based Reading and Writing. It will have a couple of tabs for the Praxis Core tests of mathematics and reading, and some others. And the calculator is constantly being updated as new tests are added. Now, when all the data are entered, you can navigate to a results tab. There's a results tab for math, and there's a results tab for reading. So the results tab summarizes the data, and there are two fields. The pre-conversion status tells you what your situation is prior to the conversions. If an EPP has met, not met, or if the results are mixed. Presumably, if you're using the calculator, you know you have mixed results. However, it's possible that the calculator will show you that you don't have mixed results. It will do these averages again for you and tell you whether these these averages are above, at or above their respective 3.2 thresholds, or they're below, and it'll tell you if, in the case that some groups have met it and some groups have not, that the results are mixed. So that's what the pre-conversion status field is going to tell you. You may have to scroll down a bit to see the post-conversion status. And there, it will explain what happens after the conversions, whether the cohort overall has met or not met 3.2. The calculator can be used for math alone, or it could be used for reading as well. It helps EPPs go through all the possible conversions that they have that are available to resolve these mixed multiple test situations.